Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, what up? What up? We're doing a little gym sesh here. It's currently 1 a.m. That's a show. Today we're actually hitting a different workout. I know, crazy, right? Last 4 weeks we've hit the same workout consecutively. This week we're actually doing a little bit of back. I think we're doing upper body, but minus chest. So that should be fun. We're starting the T-bar row. We get that set up. I've already done a little bit of warming up, but that was like 10 minutes ago. So we're gonna do a little tiny warm up and then we're gonna get into our set. But it is 1 a.m. and I only have an hour of footage time, so we gotta be busting a little ass here and getting through this and not just yapping a little bit too much. You know what I mean? But it is the new year now. It's a brand new year. It is 2026. Isn't that crazy? We made it. We made it to another year. Through all the crazy things that happened, we made it to another year. And that's something to be thankful for. Let's not forget that. Yeah, let's warm up with a plate. A plate's still to warm up with. I gotta be careful though, because this is where I could mess up my mic. So let's not mess up my mic. Just be careful when we mount this machine. Pause. Alright. I don't know how many I did there. I kind of lost track. I only got into the zone working out there. But it's a brand new year. It's a good time. I made a New Year's Day video where I just was talking about life, yapping away. I just got that fully edited and taken care of and done. So that's exciting. I should have that uploaded on Wednesday. When you're seeing this should be the following Saturday after that video. So you would have already seen it. So this should be a previous video actually. But yeah, it was a good video. I think I talked about some things that were important to me, kind of like what my upload schedule is going to be. Just a mindset I want to have going into the year. Some good topics. It's a good video. If you haven't checked it out already, go check it out because it should have been uploaded on Wednesday. I mean, the video's already done, so all I have to do now is schedule it. But yeah, we're hitting a little workout today. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be recording. This is actually the second workout of the new year, the second gym sesh. I mean, that's recorded. This is the first one. This is the first actually recorded gym sesh of the new year, so that's exciting. But yeah, yesterday I started off with a good day. I started off with legs. That felt pretty good. I did some leg press. I've been up to 7 plates on the leg press right now. For me, that's decent. It's not bad. Back in my prime leg days, I was doing, 9 plates or so. And I mean, this is only like since adding leg press back into the rotation of exercises I do, this is only, well, I'll tell you in a minute. All right, nice. Since adding leg press back into my normal rotation, it's only like my 4th or 5th week hitting legs. So getting back to 7 plates this fast is pretty solid. It means I haven't lost that much muscle mass or anything like that. And I'm at 7 plates, but I definitely could do more. The only reason I'm taking it slower, is just cause when you're trying to get that muscle back, the risk of injury when you're not super strong on a lift is higher, especially if you start jumping up to, 8 or 9 plates. It's just cause I can do 8 or 9 plates doesn't mean I should jump to 8 or 9 plates to do it. And it's I could do it, but now I have maybe 30%, 20% chance of injuring myself. And that's just a risk that I don't really need to take, especially if it's literally I could wait 1 more week and then I'd be good to jump up into the next weight. Let's up this a little bit more. We'll call it a working set now. We'll do 2 plates here. I have an idea though. I have an idea. So YouTube has this really cool music library where you can just access a bunch of free songs that you can put in your videos without being copyright strikes. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to edit these videos kind of how I have been, but just when I'm in the middle my lift, I'll maybe just throw a little bit of music on, so that way during that little lift part, it's a little more entertaining. You know, maybe you're tuned in, you're watching my lift, but now you get a little bit of music in the background, that's just kind of support the video, make it a little more entertaining, fun to watch. Don't know how hard it's going to be in the editing process to do. It shouldn't be too hard. But I think that's something I do want to do. So we'll see how that goes in the editing process this week. So, let's do this lift. This should be a working set now, so. All right, let's do a little drop set here. Let's drop it one more time. Didn't have to throw the weight that hard, but it's right now. All right, 2 thumbs up. That was pretty good, pretty solid set. Don't know how many reps I got total, but I know I feel a lot better this video. Last video was, you'll see that was uploaded today. It was a Christmas gym sets video. It was like twas the night before Christmas, something like that. It was Merry Christmas. It was a Merry Christmas gym sets number 7, I think. It was a good video. I'm glad I recorded, but I think I felt very nervous doing the video. I'm chill today. I'm chill, I'm relaxed. It's a good time. As you can see, the power pose I got here, I'm leaned up. Like, I ought to be leaned up if I wasn't so chill today, you know? But, I've been talking about starting a new job. Today was the first day of that new job. First day went well. Went good. I'm happy to have started. Got good coworkers. Got a lot of work to do coming up. Big opportunity. Got to make the most of it. Did I even set the timer? I don't even think I did. We're only halfway through Superstar by Lupe Fiasco, so I can't have it that long. I mean, I think it started during the song, so there you go. 30 seconds. We've been until 30 seconds real quick. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be recording again. I feel a newfound sense of confidence after the new year. I think it also just kind of, maybe where some of the nervousness was coming from in that previous video was just kind of the uncertainty and like the being really far out of schedule. I think I also had eaten a whole lasagna the night before, or like I just had eaten a whole lasagna. Either way, that was not a good situation. I ate a whole lasagna and then had to go home from work the next day because I was like, well, let me eat the whole lasagna and then balance it out by eating half a box of prunes. And then my stomach was just in pain the next day, and I had to go home from work. So, I think that probably messed me up and made me a little more anxious that day. So, feel good now. I've not eaten a whole lasagna since then. My eating's been pretty solid since the new year. We're gonna get back into flow. We're gonna cut back down. And right now I'm currently sitting around 205. Probably like on a low day without water, 205, 209 on the high end, like water weight right now. We're going to look to cut down to around like 190, 180, 188, and 85 or something like that, 188, something like that. So we got a long way to go, but feeling confident, running more miles, eating better, doing what I'm supposed to do. But let's hit this set right now real quick. All right, here we go. This is my second working set. All right. Got a little K-dot playing. Oh, shit. I'm wired up right now. Okay, mid-set still. Here. I was going to drop the weight, but we just kind of took a little break, so we'll just finish up with this one. Don't tangle me. Entangler. Probably should move my phone from where I'm dropping weights at. Two. Oh, all right, that's good. Let's chill for another set. New goals for the new year. New goals I've had in general that I'm still working on. I'm going to try and get down to that 180 range. I know I just said that, but how I'm going to do that is I want to implement a little more cardio. I have some new running shoes I'm really excited about. So this isn't even me trying to force anything, me trying push super hard. I just already want to be doing more cardio, want to be going on runs, want to be hitting the Stairmaster. So now I'm just going to try and just give that want a place to go, basically. So today I woke up, ran 2 miles, getting my pace back up there too. Got up to just a good 10-minute pace, nothing crazy. 10-minute pace, 2 miles. That's pretty chill. I'm probably going to keep it there for my next 2-3 sessions or so. Run 10-minute pace for 2, 3, 4 miles. And then we'll slowly start upping the pace after I get those, little more repetition in, So yeah, I decided to implement a little more cardio into my routine to get to that 180 goal. Eating a little bit better, eating at home more often, not eating out as often. Okay, let's hit the set with us. This is our last set here. Let's make it a good one. All right, that's it. For here on out, I'm probably only gonna do 2 sets for the rest of the workout because time-wise, this ate up a lot. I also got here late, and for some reason, my memory card is 64 gigs, and usually I get about 2 hours of footage, but for some reason, it's only taking an hour of footage now. So that's kind of weird. So we got to work with what we got, working those time constraints. So let me get to go into the next set. Okay, we are here at the cable row machine. Honestly, I can't remember how much I do on this. So we're just going to start with around like a lat pull down weight. Use my head in frame. I'm going to sit my ass down. We're going to start with like a lat pull down weight. We're going to start around like 160, see how that is. Feel like that's pretty chill. For like lat pull downs, I've been doing like 180 recently. So I probably can do more than that. I want to see how it feels first. And then we'll go from there. We'll call it a warm up set if it's light. If it's not light, then we'll call it a work set. I feel like that's a good methodology to it. So, oh yeah, that is definitely too light. All right, let's go to 200. That's a 40-pound difference, but it's got to be heavy, right? If it's a 40-pound difference. All right, that's chill. That's good. That's good. I think I did like 8, maybe 6, 7. Okay, I gotta stop. It's not even funny to me anymore. It's not even funny. It's more just like a vocal tick at this point. You hear the numbers and it's like, oh, I just gotta say that right now, you know? It hits some kind of dopamine in my brain. And I'm like, this feels good. 6, 7. All right, we're done with that. I'm trying to think. Something else on my mind. I'm thinking about women. I mean, like that's just what I'm thinking about. You know, like, I'm thinking about like dating, how like the arc of me in dating, how that's evolved over time. How I like interact with that, just kind of dating in general, in a general sense in 2026, 2025. It's a complicated subject nowadays, and how, you know, the whole process of dating looks like. You know, it's always a complicated process, and I'm sure when anyone was young, but don't feel like it's any easier now with how things are. Not that it should be easy necessarily, but it's just a complicated subject. And I'm thinking about how, like, I personally have interacted in the dating scene, and how I hold myself when trying to date. I don't know, when I talk about it, it's like that one clip that you see of Drake and Lil Yachty and they're on a beach. He's like, I don't know, man. When I'm just talking about women, it just kind of leaves you with a strong depression. Anyways, and I understand what he's saying there, what Lil Yachty's saying there. He says, I understand. I kind of feel some, what do you call it? Some synonymous? I feel what he's trying to say there. Anyways, let's hit the set. You know what I mean? 200 feels low-key kind of light. Should I do more than 200? Hey, I'll do more than 200. We'll do 210. 210 sounds good. All right, let's drop set that bad boy. Got the 200. Shut down to 180. Need a little more total volume. little more total time over tension, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. God damn. Let's call that it. That was 2 sets. That's chill. It's 12:33. Let's not try and drain every drop. Let's just drop all the drains that we can drop at the same time that we can drop. Let's just try to drain all the drops that matter at the moment, not every last drop that I have in the tank. So I can get through the workout, but still be as efficient as I can. Let's start at 200, see how that works, and then we'll go from there. This looks pretty colors, by the way. What the fuck am I doing? All right. Okay. Got like 3 there. Didn't even give me 1. Let's go down to 170. All right. I do think that I was doing more last time on my lat pull downs, but also lat pull downs is usually earlier on in my workout. Someone was on the cable row machine this time, so I started off with the T-bar row, just mixed up my workout a little bit so I can start recording a little bit sooner rather than waiting, because I don't get that. When I see people at the gym and they just like waiting around, I'm like, what are you doing? Hit your next workout, and then whenever that machine opens up, go back to whatever you were trying to hit next. Like, always be moving, always be doing something at the gym. That's like my methodology. Like, don't just sit there and be like, oh, that machine's taken. Gotta wait 10, 15 minutes. It's like, we're here to work out. And I mean, yeah, of course, like workout order does matter, but it does not matter to that degree that, like, if you're not like professional bodybuilding, that it does not matter that much. If you're not doing that, then hit your workout in a separate order that day when it's a little bit busy in the gym, and then just get back to it another day when it is, or get back to your normal order on another day when it's not as busy. That's time. Let's hit another set real fast. I'm still going to start at 200 though. I think I got like 4, didn't I? I have no clue. Nope, I got 2. So we're gonna drop like 20 pounds to 180. Kinda hurts my hand for some reason. All right, let's drop another 20. 60. All right, that's what I got. Next set, we're gonna start off a little bit lighter because I only got 2 reps on my first set. My thought on, I was speaking about dating a second ago. My thought on dating is that, like, I don't feel like it should be a priority, especially for me right now. And this is me speaking on my own, like, personal experience and how I think about dating, maybe relationships in general. I'm not too sure. But I just don't think it should be a primary, like, priority. Because I thought I have is like, okay, the girl, whatever girl it is, liked you for whatever you were doing before she met you. And then while you start dating her, you then put, more focus on her. And, there's nothing wrong with that, putting a little more focus, a little more time on her, right? That's fine. But it's just when you lose focus of whatever your goal was or your ambition was prior to knowing her, then it's kind of like you low-key kind of lose yourself, in that relationship, in her. And then what she originally liked about you was that you were doing this thing that you really liked and you had the ambition towards that. And when you then eventually she'll like kind of like lose that interest in you because like that's what made you and that's what made her like you because you were you by chasing this ambition, this priority that you had, and so then eventually if she ends up like leaving or breaking up with you or not even as a serious, even like in the dating sense, like losing interest, maybe that's because you kind of lost yourself in the process. Now you're left without that, relationship interest, the dating interest, and you kind of lost, momentum towards that priority that you were going for. So I think just kind of where I'm at currently is like date, but it's not a priority. It's on the back burner. It's something that's like done as long as it doesn't take a hindrance on my goals and my ambitions. As long as it's not doing those things, it's not stopping me from working on my music, my YouTube, and my job. As long as all those focuses are in place and I can still take care of myself, like as long as those three things are those, it's a lot of stuff, right? As long as all that's in place first, then that can be a priority after the facts, but only after that facts. Let's start at 180 this time, not 160, 180. Let's start at 180, see if we can get like 5-6 reps at least. All right, that's it. All right, we're gonna go to the next set. All right, so we're gonna be doing. This is basically it's just upper body, but just minus chest. Chest is like the only thing we don't hit today. The reason I have this day because my chest is already big. I already got giant boobies, giant titties. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. I have this day to kind of work on all the other stuff except for my chest. Let my chest fall behind a little bit so the rest can catch up. So we can all run together. You know what I mean? So my muscles like are a little wolf pack, basically. If they were a wolf pack, my chest is the fucking alpha and running the shit. At least in the upper body with you, right? And, to be a good leader, he falls back to let the others catch up and pull ahead a little bit more. That's a weird analogy to describe why I'm not hitting chest today, but that is what is happening. So we're doing lat raises right now. I'm doing 55s. I know I've been eating a little bit less calories, so this might be a little bit more hard. We'll see. I'm hoping I get 5 to 8. So there's a kind of big range when you're not much, but we'll see. We'll see what I can do. 5 to 8 is the goal, and then we're drop setting to 35s. So let's do this. That's not the best rep. All right. That's up 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Something, oh, yeah. Love that. That's not exactly what I want. I got like 4 reps on the 55, and they weren't the most quality reps, but they weren't the worst reps. And then I did do a drop set. Got another like 4 to 5 reps. So you know what? I'm gonna keep rocking with it. It wasn't too bad. And my shoulders have been looking bigger over the last couple of months. So obviously what I'm doing is working to a degree. So why hate on the methodology? Why hate on the motion when the motion is moving? You know what I mean? Like, if the shit's grooving and jiving, why the fuck would I stop its moves from breaking down whenever it's going to break down? You know what I mean? If the muscle's breaking down in a fashion that makes sense, why would I be the one to make it stop making sense? Where would be the logic in stopping its logic? You know what I mean? If 1 + 1 is equaling 3, why the fuck am I hating that I'm getting more? You know what I'm saying? Like, that just makes sense to me personally. Okay. I was thinking about the whole, earlier I was talking about dating. I was thinking about the whole dating situation. Now, my main methodology that I pull up with, you just went back and saw. My main methodology that I pull up with when I date is like, I'm just going to be unapologetically myself. And that's the same energy I'm trying to keep when I'm making these videos and when I'm making anything I make. Is like, I'm trying to be genuine and authentic, right? And if we're compatible, if you like me, you'll like me. If you don't like me, I'll have to change my personality to make you like me. And that's just not something I'm about, because at that point, that's manipulation. And, you know, does it work being manipulative? Yes, it does. It's not a secret. But it's not something I'm willing to do. So I'm not down with that. I don't fuck with that. I'd rather just be myself. And if you like me as I am, cool. If you don't, cool. So let's say you're ever on a date with me, person watching this video, which why would you do? That'd be weird. I don't know. This is what you got. You know, what you see in here is what you got, you know, and if you don't like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And honestly, that's the energy I try and keep everywhere I'm at. If I show up as me wherever I'm at. And if it's not liked, then there's somewhere else that will like me as I am. That doesn't mean like be a piece of shit, you know, it doesn't mean be a POS about it, but that just means like be me and live my values, you know, but don't force anything. Don't try and be something I'm not. I want to be what I am at all times. Real shit. Anyways, let's hit this set here. Honestly, I think I'm confident. I think I can get 5 or 8 this time. Last time I only got 4, but I think I can get more this time. I don't know why, but I think I can. Is it going to be pretty? Maybe not, but it will be. God, that's heavy. I get one more. No, I can't. Go. No, it's not going to go. All right. But I think I got 5 there. I'm not going to lie. I think. Counting back. Did I get 5? I don't know. We'll see. We'll drop it to the 35. Two nice reps. 3. That's it. Take a little drop set, see if we can get one more. All right, that's it. That's all we got. That's all we got, big man. That's all we got. Damn, I know I said I was only gonna do 2 sets, but I just love the game so much. I can't quit it. I'm addicted. What can I say? I'm addicted to the things that I like. I like what I like, and it is what it is. The thing is, I try and get myself to like things that are more healthy and better for me. Because, goddamn, if I put on some Instagram, some TikTok, get that shit on my phone, get a little bit popping off, watching this one, that one, scroll. I will be scrolling for forever. Okay. I recently had to delete TikTok and Instagram off my phone. I was trying to have it because I know that I'm going to be doing social media soon, so I should try and build some type of healthy relationship with having it on my phone. But it honestly might just be download Instagram, post my reels, download TikTok, post my stuff. Or maybe I'll just have to do it from my computer. I might just have to just not do it on my phone at all. But post my stuff and then delete it and don't even worry about it. After that, you guys know the emote with the guy with this emoji with the hands. After that, though, after I post my things, that's it. I'm getting off the app. I'm an addicted man. I'm a man with an addiction problem. I just like to be addicted to the things that are going to treat me right in life. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And so on that note, we're going to do a third set is what I'm saying, basically. Also, if you want to know like what my favorite song is, if you were asking, because I know you were, my favorite song is What You Heard. Hold on. What You Heard by Sonder. Sonder is just Brent Faiyaz. He's just got a secondary alter ego kind of thing going on, whatever it is. But that is one of my favorite songs, 100%. That and Star Shopping by Lil Peep. Like, those are like top 2 songs of all time for me personally. Anyways, on that note, we should hit this lat raise a third time. Do I think I'm going to get 5? I know, I think I'm going to get 5. Fuck everything else. I'm getting 5. It's not a pretty 5. I'll tell you that. It's more like a good 3, but I'll take what I can get. All right, give me 10 seconds. Give me 10. All right, that's it. That's all we got. How much footage do we have left? We got 18 minutes of footage left. That is plenty of footage left to get what I need to get done here. We're making a little audible play. Instead of doing face pulls, we're gonna do rear delt dumbbell flies, just for speed's sake. So let me stop yapping and do that. While we're on the subject, I was just thinking, like, if we're dating, right? If it's a dating situation, first date, second date, third date, whatever, right? And I gotta double text you to get your attention, it's just not gonna work. Now, that could be controversial. Be like, oh, well, like, what if they're like busy and this, that, and the other? It's like, I make time for the things that I prioritize in my life. And if I'm not your priority, that's cool. You know, as I said earlier, as a man, I should keep my first priority first, right? But after I got my priorities done and then I had extra time and I didn't take the time to text you, then I just don't care that much, you know? Now, maybe I ask personal, maybe I should get from personal information. Maybe I don't care that much, but I kind of think like, if I had extra time after I took care of my priorities, I didn't try and like text you, you know, after like, you know, let's say even after taking care of myself, resting or doing whatever, didn't try and text you back, then like, especially when you're in that first early date or dating stage, it's like, who am I to be like, oh, I want to double text you, like, because your interest is that important to me. It's not that important to me. The most important to me is that I work on myself, and if I have to go out of way to like put extra energy to try and make this work, I don't want to make something work. It should work or it doesn't work. Because otherwise, I'm just devaluing my time and what I got going on. If you got things going on, cool, that's great. Go ahead and do your thing. But I don't want to sit here and be like, hey, what are you doing? I got better things to do than to be doing that. Just an opinion, just my personal point of view. You attack me for that, I don't really care. That's what you do. Okay, let's get this. And 35 might be a little heavy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 35 is definitely pretty heavy. All right, that's why I got the 20s here. All right, so we're gonna stop ego lifting and we're gonna go for a lower weight than 35 for this next set. God, this is fun. I'm not gonna lie, like it's fun. It's fun being on camera, recording a video, because it's like, to me, it's kind of like a challenge. It's like, okay, Cedric, what can you talk about? That's it. It's like, what can you talk about? I'm like, I don't know, Cedric. What can I talk about? You know, and how can I articulate in the way that the audience would understand? I don't know, but I have so much fun doing it. You know, I have so much fun being on camera, lifting, seeing myself back, editing the videos. It's this fun little game I'm playing, and I'm having such a good time. Like, they say, you know, who's going to walk further? A man who works really hard to walk every day, or a man who loves walking? And right now, I'm just a man who loves walking. And I love the process. I love the game I'm playing. Honestly, I love my life. This is my life. I get to make this video. I get to go to the gym. I'm listening to a fucking great song right now. I get to listen to music. I get to make music. Go to work. Try really hard at work. Hang on my dog. My dog is the cutest dog I've ever seen on the goddamn planet. My cat, cutest goddamn cat on the goddamn planet. Okay. I have great friends. I have family. Honestly, the yapping I'm yapping right now, I'm just being grateful on camera for my life that I have. You know, it's like, but I may not have a lot of material items, but you know what I do have? I do have this moment. I do have this grind, you know, and that's something to be grateful for. You don't have to have things to be grateful. You have moments and time to be grateful for individually. You know what I mean? Also, shout out Mac Miller again. Shout out Mac Miller. Do we know the song? This song is called Planet Goddamn by Mac Miller and Nim Jomza. Don't know if that's how you say that, but this song, a banger as well. Wait, let me hold the camera up. You see that? Look at that. Planet Goddamn from the Divine Feminine album. Fantastic album. One of the best albums I've ever heard. I actually put that in a list of albums. Best albums I've ever heard. That'd be somewhere in the top 10 to 15, somewhere around there. It's a great album. To the next sets. To the need of breaks. Also, bombing Venezuela is kind of fucking crazy. I mean, we just bombed and kidnapped their leader. That is a little wild. I'm not getting political or anything, but that's a little wild. I don't know if the Venezuela people are happy about that. I don't know what the situation is. All I know is we were 3 days into January and we were like, we're going to kidnap your leader and bomb your country. Kind of insane to me. Anyways, well, let's hit this set. It's that on the third. Let's get back in the word. It's that. All right. I think they're done. Whatever's back there is done. All right, that's done. We're done with the rear delt flies. My rear delts are deciding not to go anymore. So, it's also currently it's 1:12. We're definitely past my bedtime at this point. So we gotta hurry up here. Perfect. Last thing we got is dumbbell curls. Let's go pick them 50s and curl them hoes. That sounds kind of crazy when I say it like that. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, you know what? Sometimes that's how I talk. And if I'm referring to a weight, like, is it really that bad? I have to say, I'm going to curl these hoes. The weights being the hose I'm going to curl. Is that derogatory? Is that misogynistic? That's a great question. I don't know. It's not my intention. Maybe it is. Maybe it is misogynistic. I don't know. I gotta think about that. Okay. Whilst I'm cutting this time, I would like to keep staying at 50 for the curls. That is the goal. Like I say, at 50-pound dumbbell curls over this cut, I will be so happy. Will I be successful? I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to try. Also, reverting back to my last comment about curling these hose being the weight that I'm referring to, I'm going to leave it in because I think it's really not that bad. And like, who am I to be censoring myself that much? Like, I got to be myself, you know, and if myself feels like I'm going to be curling these hose and I don't mean it in an intentionally bad way and you want to misconstrue with my words, and that's your decision, you know, like, but I think leaving my personality a little unhinged. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It's not, all right, I got to stop pondering it. I'm sitting here trying to fucking explain myself. It's some bullshit. Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually. All right. That felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. We're running low on time here. I got 7 minutes. Anyways, we're going to be supersetting this. So I'll superset it with the, last time I hurt my shoulder, so I don't want to hurt my shoulder. So we're going to superset it with a tricep push that's only 35. Pretty light, but won't hurt myself, I'll tell you that. That's it. That was pretty good. I was curling, I did like 8 or 9, like 50 curls before I dropped my set. And I got like another like 3 to 4 or something like that. So that's pretty chill. 9 for 50s is pretty chill. I think I was doing 55s. That's like I up my weight to 55s to try and like increase my muscle further. You know what? Let's do that again. I'm actually we're gonna switch out these 50s for 55s. And I know I might only get 5 or 6, but I want to keep pushing because I want to be able to keep doing baseline. Like first set, I should always be able to do 50s is my methodology here. But we got to be able to up the weight a little bit higher so we can start getting to 55, 60. So you can start putting some higher stimulant on my muscle and get to that next level. So let me go grab them 55s real fast. Might have to wrap up the video, I'm not gonna lie. How much time we got? 4 minutes, alright. Low-key, I'm gonna finish the rest of this workout off camera. With that, we're gonna finish this off camera. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed recording it. Again, life is good. It's 2026. A lot of good things are gonna go on this year. I can feel it. You should feel it. And if you don't feel it, have a little faith in yourself. Have a little confidence. Everything's going to be okay, person who's viewing this. Life's going to be good for you. So let's get at it. Let's have a good time. And I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Thank you for coming to gym test number 8. We're even closer to our goal. Gym test number 9, gonna come up on, this week was on Saturday, number 9 on Wednesday next week. And number 10 should be the week after. So we're going live, baby. We're going live, going big. We got to get back on the shorts grind, start getting those up again. Because eventually we're going to grow some reels and TikToks soon. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave comments, subscribe, all those good things. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.